Hey YouTube, Nova Piper. Keurig coffee, repurposed Tim Hortons cups, double cupped. Keeps your coffee warm. Tea Cristiano, Canadian. I won this from Unicorn Piper's Canadian Box Pass. It's the only Tea Cristiano I have, and it's a friggin' superb pipe. It's got a really big bowl on it. And I got her packed pretty tight today with Sam Gawith Balkan Flake. It was the very first Lakeland I ever tried, and that's when I said, man, I like Lakeland tobacco, and it's a leathery Latakia. I call it leathery. I don't know, other people have different words for it, earthy maybe, I don't know. I call it a leathery Latakia. Latakia is usually, to me, tastes leathery or oily or smoke, just none of those two things. I don't know. I find a lot of the Latakias that a lot of Virginia guys, like here's an example, MacBaron HH Latakia Flake or whatever it's called. It's not leathery and it's not oily, and the Virginia guys love it. And I'm not a Virginia guy. So this is a leathery tobacco. I call it leathery. 10 Russians would be oily. Sometimes you can have both characteristics, but Latakia is always smoky. I don't smoke this stuff very often. I find it's not consistent. It tastes great to start off with. This was really dry in the jar, so I broke it up. It's really thick. Sam Gawith flakes are really thick, so I broke it up, put it back in the jar, and breathed into the jar to moisten it up, and it actually worked really, really well. I was surprised. So then I packed this. You know how everybody says when you pack your pipe, you have to do, you know, the Frank method or the three-step method. Well, you know what? There's way too much thought goes into it. After a while, you pack it. You feel, okay, that's good, and you fuck it, right? So gravity fed the bowl. I pushed it down lightly, and then I took another chunk of tobacco, and I kind of, not gravity fed, but it was a little above the surface of the bowl. I pushed it down. I pushed it a little harder. I did a draw and said I still got a good draw on that. Still got a good draw. Sam Gawith tobacco is really thick, so it's not, you got to be careful how you pack it. So I didn't do a third one. I just did 2 pushes on this, and this will burn fine. Cuts of your tobacco make a big difference in how you pack it. Look at me talking about fucking pipes, right? I never talk about pipes, man. It'll be a little tricky to get this going. Went to the flea market again today. Today's Sunday. Actually Sunday, it's not Saturday anymore. I don't know if everybody knows what a flea market is. Flea markets are very common on Sunday mornings. And what it is it's usually in an auditorium. This was at what we call the Forum. It's like a skating rink, and they have rec centers like around it, kind of like buildings. And what you do is you pay for a table. It depends, like different. You pay like maybe $20 for a table, and then you just go in and sell your shit. And there's people that sell food. There's people that sell, you can find guys that sell pipes, video games, comic books, coin collectors, jewelry. That's what I went for. Clothing. You sell anything. It's a flea market, and the prices are usually good, right? People sell crafts there. Costs $2 to get in the door. called Flea Markets. A lot of junk, but there was one guy there who had a pocket watch, and I'm looking for a pocket watch. It was a Waltham, I forget how to pronounce it. I might still be on my phone. So I'm looking to buy a pocket watch. And the make of the watch is Waltham. I am looking for an American-made railroad watch. Waltham, Illinois. There's other brands, of course, but railway grade, whatever. Railroad grade, I think it's called. I just like the style and shit like that. I made him open it. I said, I want to get the serial number off the movement. And he's like, why? But because I don't know anything about the fucking watch. So I take the serial number and I go on the internet. Tells me when it was made. So this watch was 1906. But it was really, the case was cheap. It was like nickel or something. It wasn't, I want to spend between $300 and $600. I got a friend of mine who's right into watches. So I've been like on eBay, driving them crazy. I've been spending a lot of money on myself. Today I bought all that. I got this rope chain here, and then I bought this great big Jesus chain here. I got that wrapped like 3 times. Oh, they're all knotted the fuck up, man. They get all knotted up. See if I can get them untangled. And we can see that one. I bought that chain, and then I bought this chain. Right there. So I got like 6 wraps, 3 chains. And what's cool is that they won't slip off, but they dangle way down. Like that won't come off, even though it looks like it. Because I got a watch. The watch is getting fixed. I'm gonna put my watch on, so I want some slack. And these ones are tighter. These ones fit a lot tighter on there. Then I got a bunch of rings coming in the mail. Yeah, this big chain here is the same size as this one. So I got about, that was about 150 grams. I got for about $200. Let's see, 120 to 150 grams for $200. And the cool thing about sterling silver is I can sell this, get my money back, and it isn't going to drop in price. Right? Same with gold. I can't afford gold. I always found gold jewelry. I find gold jewelry looks better on people with dark skin than it does with like people with white skin. I don't know. It's my own personal preference. Like gold is cool. Don't get me wrong. I work with a bunch of guys like that were from the Middle East. I work with a bunch of guys from India. I work with a bunch of guys from Africa. Oh man, I worked with this guy. He was from Congo, the Republic of Congo, or Congo Republic in Africa. He had this fucking 18 karat gold ring. It was so huge. It's like, fuck, dude, let me see that ring. Couldn't believe it. I said, that's 18K. He's like, oh yeah, man. Like over here, you can't get 18K. It's hard to get. But over in, like Eastern Europe and through Africa, Northern Africa and stuff like that, man, 18 karat gold is freaking cool as shit. And it's big, it's chunky, it's heavy, and it's over there, it's cheap compared to here. What a beautiful ring, man. And the Indian guys, the Indian women I worked with, the women from India, they had some really nice jewelry too, gold jewelry. And I just find that gold jewelry looks so much better on people with darker skin than it does on people with lighter skin. And silver, I don't know. My own preference, right? Silver's a lot cheaper. So here I am smoking. I don't smoke Sam Gawith. I like Sam Gawith, but I don't smoke a lot of Sam Gawith tobacco. I'm having a hard time keeping it going. It's going. Gotta smoke it slow. It's a great tasting tobacco, this shit here. The Balkan Flake, man, I love it. I'm gonna be careful this pipe because I'm trying to wipe the shit off the top of it there, the dirt with my spit, and I'm wiping the finish off because I'm rubbing too hard. So I gotta be really careful. I shouldn't be doing this while I'm smoking it. I don't want to try it. That's the one thing I like. I like smooth pipes. What I don't like about them is right around the rim here. They get all fucked up, especially where I'm using the Zippo. Yep, so we're at the flea market. So now I got to do. I'm gonna do some pocket watch researching today, and then I'm gonna buy one more ring, and then I'll be done shopping for myself. Oh, I picked up this cool ass belt buckle. I don't think you can see it. See it? It's a steel, but yeah, so I got a big bowl going here, so I want to smoke this slow. Because it's I like this tobacco, and I said this in yesterday's video, I don't have a chance to smoke big bowls. It's what's the temperature? It's like 5 degrees out. And now during the week, when I get home from school, I don't got much time before it gets dark, and then pretty soon I'm not going to have any time before it gets dark. What's this, December? Jesus, the 22nd. Shortest day of the year. It's one good thing, man, beginning of winter. One good thing about the first day of winter is that the days start getting longer. And of course, the further, at this time of year, the further north you are, the shorter your days. So I'm at 45 degrees north. So we have less daylight than you would at, say, 20 degrees north, you know. Hell, man, you just go 5 degrees south, and you know it's a minute or two maybe of daylight, right? Of course, now in the southern hemisphere, the days are longer. Good shit. Good tobacco. Yep. So I've been working with wet tobacco a little bit more, giving it a shot, experimenting with it. I always like my tobacco dry because I smoke so fast. So I've learned to slow down. And I've also learned how to pack wet tobacco better. And it's all about the art of the tamp. The goddamn golf stick, man. I use roofing nails too. I find the tampers don't, because of the shit on the side. You know, I gotta do this a lot. Right? I got some rifle shells in the house I want to make tampers out of. If anybody wants to sell or get rid of some rifle shell tampers, you know, send me a message, man. I'd love to have one. Like, I can go out in the backyard here. I got fucking 3 quarts of firewood here. You know, it's all hardwood, man, like oak and birch, maple. You know, I could cut a piece off. I've got, you know, all kinds of trees in my backyard. I could sit there and whittle away at something, you know, give it a shot myself. I got a Dremel. I could sit there and like do some designs on it, put some stain on it. I don't know, I might do that sometime. Anyway, I've reached my limit. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you.